Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barca, where we are going to be discussing on the latest developments. We are going to be discussing on three stories in this episode, starting with Alvaro Morata, as Barcelona are reportedly very attentive to the former Real Madrid striker situation. We are going to be discussing more on that. Secondly, talking on some transfer news, claiming that Barcelona have signed this 16-year-old prodigy by name Martin Georgiev. Of course, he plays for Bulgarian club Slavia Sofia, and of course, he will be playing for the B team from next season onwards. We are going to be discussing on that. Then thirdly, we are going to be talking about Ansu Fati, who had an extended interview recently where he spoke about a wide range of topics, talk about Xavi, Drogba, Barcelona B, and his World Cup ambitions. We are also going to be discussing on everything he had to say. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, give the video a like, and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. It is no hidden secret that Barcelona are prioritizing the signing of a new top quality striker in the upcoming transfer window. Erling Haaland had been the club's top target for quite some time, but the Borussia Dortmund hitman is set to sign for Manchester City. It led to Barcelona eyeing Bayern Munich superstar Robert Lewandowski as a priority option. The 33-year-old's contract with Bayern expires in 2023, but the German champions are reluctant to sell the Poland captain this summer and are even prepared to lose him for nothing next year. The situation has forced Barcelona to explore other options to bolster their centre-forward department, and according to Italian publication Tuttosport, a familiar name in Alvaro Morata is back on the agenda for Barcelona. Morata, who is currently on loan at Juventus from Atletico Madrid, was heavily linked with a move to Camp Nou during the January transfer window. However, the transfer did not materialize as Barca opted to bring in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang instead. Morata's loan deal with Juve runs out at the end of the season, at which point he would return to Atletico Madrid. The Bianconeri have the option of making his stay permanent by triggering a clause worth 35 million euros. However, it is unclear whether the Serie A heavyweights intend to secure Morata permanently, and Barcelona are reportedly very attentive to the situation and are watching any developments closely as they plan to swoop in for the Spanish international. The former Real Madrid striker has not enjoyed the most prolific of seasons in Turin, scoring 11 goals and assisting 8 more from 45 matches in all competitions, but he is seemingly held in high regard within the Barcelona camp, especially manager Xavi, as indicated by their interest in him during January. Whether Xavi and co decide to launch a fresh attempt to sign Morata in the summer remains to be seen. I really do hope Barcelona do not even think about that again. Of course, back in January, we quite remember Barca were strongly linked with Morata, and it seems as though those reports are coming back again, which a player of such, I know he's a quality player, no doubt, but it makes no sense whatsoever. Morata is not a Morata in the past. Morata has been out of form completely. Morata is not the kind of player that Barcelona needs at a rebuilding phase. We cannot be bringing 30-something-year-old striker and we're saying we're building a team. Honestly, sometimes when I come across some of these rumors, I just wish Barca don't be a laughingstock next season, because the kind of players that we are trying to bring sometimes, it is scary. It is really scary. And you ask yourself, are we in a building phase? Is Xavi bringing his own personal preference to the club before any other thing? Because all this, of course, we talk about Morata, though say Xavi is the one who is recommending the Barca board to bring in. You know, all this does not make sense to me. Honestly, I'm talking as a fan here. But hopefully, Barca look for the best possible transfers who can come. Of course, the fact that we don't even have the finance. What do you expect? We can't buy what we really want to buy, because the players that they have the quality that we think Barca will grow and flourish with them, they will not come. They will not come. The money is not there. We are financially broke, so it's really going to be a difficult summer window. But of course, it's just to bring in the best possible free agents that we can bring, and let's see what happens. Then on to the next story of discussion. According to a report from Dario Sport, FC Barcelona have recently completed the signing of Martin Georgiev. The 16-year-old talent, looks set to join the Barca B setup next season, becoming a part of the club's exciting youth development facility. A central defender by trade, Georgiev currently plies his trade with Slavia Sofia. He's regarded as one of the finest Bulgarian talents at the moment, with many expecting him to enjoy a rapid rise to prominence in professional football. Despite being only 16, he has already featured in 7 competitive games for Slavia Serbia, 5 of which have come in the Bulgarian top flight. Georgiev is described as a competent right-footed central defender. He's quite adept in possession and is more than capable of playing out from the back. It is combined with a technical ability that makes him a sought-after prospect in Bulgaria. In addition to his quality on the ball, the youngster has an excellent command of area battles thanks to his imposing frame. While there's certainly room for improvement in his game, his age profile means the defender has time on his side and the potential to become one of the finest defenders in Europe. Barca B could provide Georgiev with the ideal platform to showcase his technical and physical prowess in defense, as he hopes to become a member of the club's senior team in the near future. Once the move is made permanent, Martin Georgiev will become only the third Bulgarian to ever play for FC Barcelona after his Stoichkov and Kun Demenchkov. The 16-year-old will certainly be hoping to follow footsteps of Stoichkov, a charismatic striker who had featured in 255 matches for Barcelona, scoring 117 goals. Then on to the final story of discussion. Ansu Fati had a difficult 2021-22 campaign with injuries preventing him from getting a regular run in the side. The 19-year-old missed most of the last season due to a serious knee injury. Upon returning in September last year, he started well but soon succumbed to another injury in early November. While he did make a comeback in January earlier this year, Fati lasted just 3 games before picking up yet another injury that sidelined him for more than 3 months. The teenage prodigy returned to action this past weekend, making a substitute appearance in the 2-1 win over Mallorca at the Camp Nou. Having endured a torrid campaign, the La Masia graduate is now looking forward to finishing the season solidly with Barcelona, following which he will hope to stay injury-free and achieve great success with the club. Manager Xavi has a lot of faith in the 19-year-old and is planning to make him a leader of this Barcelona side despite his young age. And Fati, speaking in an exclusive interview with Sport Bible Jack Kenmer, has outlined his long-term ambitions with Barcelona, saying, "My main ambition is to win titles with Barca. To achieve that for the club and the fans is my number one goal. If this means I also achieve personal records, then amazing. I'll work hard and stay dedicated." The teenage sensation has not played much under Xavi due to injuries, but insisted that it was a privilege to be trained by the club legend. He said, "It's a privilege to be able to train with someone who knows the club so well. It's great to know how much he cares about Barcelona," Fati said. Fati also reminisced about his first call-up to the senior team in 2019, which happened when he was training for Barca B team. Speaking about the moment, the La Masia graduate said, "I remember training with Barcelona B and suddenly I was called to train and eventually play with the first team. It was a dream come true that was almost impossible to understand at the time. I remember it was yesterday genuinely." The 19-year-old also touched upon his idols growing up, naming Chelsea legend Didier Drogba as someone he looked up to a lot during his youth football years. He said, "I followed Didier Drogba a lot when I was younger. He was incredible, but rather than looking at one player in particular, I prefer to look at footballers more generally and enjoy all of the great players we have seen over the years," Fati stated. The FIFA World Cup will be played out this year in Qatar, and Fati, who has 4 caps for Spain, is hoping of making the cut for Luis Enrique's squad for the Quadrennial Extravaganza later this year. He said, "I'll fight very hard to be there. To be with the national team is always a dream of mine, especially during the World Cup. I've dreamt about winning that trophy my whole life, so let's see," he said. Ansu Fati, in his fledgling career, has been linked with a big money move to Manchester United in the past. However, when quizzed if he has ever thought about leaving Barca, the youngster replied, "No, honestly, Barca have given me everything. This is my club." Ansu Fati has featured 11 times to Barcelona this season, scoring 5 goals and setting up 1 more. He will be hoping to help the team seal a second-place finish in La Liga with 4 more games left to be played. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.